Welcome to the podcast. My name is Nick Fenn, and today I will be talking about one of the most prevalent issues, all the way from high school sports to the NFL: concussions. In 2017, the New York Times released a story about a neuropathologist who examined the brains of 111 deceased NFL players. Of these 111 players, 110 had chronic traumatic encephalopathy, known as CTE. CTE is a disease that leads to the loss of memory, impulsive decisions, and serious depression, among many other devastating effects. Retired athletes are not the only ones that suffer from CTE. A huge burden is placed upon their families. Last year, former NFL player Brian Price had a breakdown and charged through glass doors at an auto parts store. He has no memory of the incident. Here's what his wife, Candace Bryce, has to say about the early signs of CTE.
This isn't like a torn ACL or a broken arm and we're going to physical therapy. We're dealing with not even breast cancer and survivors. We're dealing with something that they don't even know enough about to educate, let alone emotionally and mentally what it does to a family.
After classes each day, millions of young Americans go to sports and practices. It is estimated that as many as 50% of concussions go unreported, and this shows a greater issue with the sports culture as a whole in the United States. There's significant amounts of pressure for young athletes to impress their peers, their parents, and their coaches, and this can lead to choosing to play over choosing to make the smart decision if you think you may have a concussion. So, what can we do to create change? Parents should strive to create a healthy household environment without too much pressure on their children's sports. Coaches should be meticulous and never let players take the field after suffering head trauma. However, lastly and most importantly, it all comes down to you, the athlete. Be honest and go to a medical professional if you have a concussion. If not, you'll end up regretting it later.